Well, my name is Jeff Simley. I've been at LCM for 32 years. Yeah. And after moving here from St. Louis, I was looking for a church, and it didn't take too long to end up here at Lutheran Church of the Master. The transition team basically is moving us from one era to another era. And basically that's defined by who our pastor has been. So we had a pastor, and surrounding that pastor with all kinds of ideas about the church and what we're doing. And now that pastor has left, we're looking for a new pastor, and that pastor will bring new ideas to the church too. So the transition team is helping us set up between the old pastor and the new pastor and prepare the way for the future. And so that we use this opportunity to figure out what it is that we want in a pastor as we move to the future.
I'm Emma Berg, and I've been at LCM for probably 13 or 14 years.
I'm Roger Johnson, and we've been at LCM since 1977.
My name's Kathy Bakke, and I've been at LCM a little bit over 25 years.
Growing up in the church was very special to me. I had a lot of opportunities to practice public speaking, and honestly, it helped me a lot with my confidence, just talking to people and being able to express myself. So that was really important to me.
The people and the groups of people and the small groups, it's just fun to be involved in a lot of the outreach activities and in whatever small group I've been involved in.
I feel like these are my people, and I love them, and that's making me happy, so that's why I'm here.
Well, coming back, I think that I like the doctrine of the Lutheran Church, the ELCA. It seems to be more of a liberal-leaning church, which suits my needs better than other churches do. There's good people here. We've had good pastors, and it's been great coming back.
I am Gail Munt. I'm the intentional interim pastor for Lutheran Church of the Master, and I started in September of 2021. I was here as an intern in 2010, 2011 for about 9 months. And so it feels like I've come full circle. Also, my ordination service was held here in 2013, which was really amazing that this community supported me in that. And then to return last year as the intentional interim. It feels like a full circle. I have worked here by listening to people during this interim time, hearing their stories of grief, hearing their stories of anger, hearing their stories of joy, and what the church has meant to them has been the biggest blessing.
I am Carl Feth, and we started coming to LCM about 2001.
My name is Denise Kolbeck, and I've been at LCM. I actually don't know the year. I just know my older son, who's going to be 30, was in first grade. So I don't know the math, but definitely over 20 years.
When we had a gap between youth ministers, youth pastors, I filled in for about 6 months as the youth director.
I did VBS, Vacation Bible School, and I loved it. And my kids, they loved it, actually. We were very active in that when they had it every summer. And then I actually participated, Alex and I both participated, going down to Mexico, doing VBS. And that was an experience that I have never forgotten. It was pretty amazing.
Doing VBS was awesome. It's just, it was just neat to bring in, we had 100 kids at one time, and just bringing in the kids, and even for a couple of days, just serving the community. It was fun.
In my mind, biblical study is fine and good, and I have learned a lot, but the community part of it is just so much bigger for me, and here it has really expanded my heart and let me really realize what being a Christian's about.
Seeing all of the people that keep coming back, and honestly just having conversations with people, learning more about their faith journeys and how this place has helped them.
The message that has been presented here, the fellowship, again, the people. I always go back to the people. Going back to when we started here, just the welcoming nature of the people that are here.
A funeral service that I did last fall for someone who lost their life to suicide. And that was discouraging that we didn't know more so that we could do more at that time. So mental health is a big issue always, but especially now.
The loss of Sunday school and not seeing kids. I really would love to see us get back to a good youth program and Sunday school.
When I was in middle school, we had been doing a lot with the youth program, and there were a few regular people that would come, and then all of a sudden that just kind of stopped. I think it was a mixture of things, but it was discouraging to see this group that I got along with really well and felt really comfortable with just kind of stop meeting.
Well, all the discouraging times we grow from. Are they ever really resolved? Our hope is by speaking about I just wrote this to someone that part of my job is to talk about the good, the bad, and ugly, and to hear about the good and bad and ugly. And if we sweep the bad and ugly underneath the rug and not want to discuss it 30 years from now, it will be bubbling up. And so part of this interim time is to talk about the discouraging, the good, the bad, and the ugly, so that perhaps healing can take place and we can move forward supporting and loving one another.
Well, I would hope that we continue with the vitality of the small groups, and we increase the number of small groups, and specifically increase the number of Bible studies.
I hope that, the call committee brings in a pastor and we start building this church again, because I love this church. I do. It's truly my second family. So I want to see it grow, and I want to see me personally, what I would love to see is focus on the youth program, because I think the survival of our church is having young people come.
Well, I want LCM to survive because a lot of churches are having trouble with the older population and aging out, losing membership, and new people not coming in.
It's going to be different. Whatever it looks like, it's going to be different. And so my view for the future is that we do look different, which I think is the obvious thing to me. We're going to look different. My hope is that difference is a good thing.
I definitely hope that with a new pastor that we can plunge immediately into trying to revive the younger generation at LCM.
I think a greater outreach to the community, not that we don't support our community, but just making sure people understand who we are. I think there's a lot of stigma that comes around churches and what they mean and what they support, but our church is definitely different, and I think that's the most important thing to share. And I think just reaching out to people in a way that lets them know that they're welcome, because I would want someone to experience what I've experienced here.
I hope for growth. I hope for growth of friendships. I hope for growth of faith. I hope for growth of course, numbers, growth of discipleship, and growth where we can continue to reach out in love to people in this community, that they know how much God loves them, and they know how much that we love them, that this community loves them, and that resurrection is the word for this season. A fabulous group of progressive people who are courageous in their faith, in their beliefs, and who are sincere in reaching out to one another, who are faithful in supporting each other without any serious guidelines or planning. They just care for one another. They love for one another, they give rides to one another, phone one another, and I hear all the time, just overhear all the time, how they take care of one another. And it's a great community to be a part of. If you come and be a part of it, you too will join in and be taken care of, and you'll be invited to love those around you.